Hello and welcome back to episode 18 of Unknown to World Known Club 5. We are still at Everton. I'll explain why after the intro. So we obviously finished last season as Champions League winners. We qualified for the Champions League for this year, which was one of the main reasons in staying. But the other thing was, the only jobs that came up were the Real Madrid job, which, we've got basking in Bilbao. We don't really want to go to Spain on both series. Then the PSG job came up. I thought, if I'm going back to France, I'm not going to PSG because that's just boring. And then the only other one that came up was Barcelona, and that's the same problem we have with Real Madrid. So sticking with Everton it is. And in fairness, we've got a very good team. They gave us 115 million to spend. What we've done with that is we bought in Johansson on a full-time deal, which we already knew was going to happen. We then bought in Martins Azoma back on loan again. Again, I think we have got an option to buy, but we'll keep him on loan for the time being. Then we bought in Declan Rice from Manchester City. He's cost us 22 million. He is 34, but he still looks a phenomenal player, and I think he'll still be perfect for us in midfield. We've then got Joachim Vranken, who's coming from Genk, 26 million. An attacking midfielder, works really well considering we're going with the 4-2-3-1 narrow now, and so much potential. He's going to come straight in and be, I think we're just going to thrust him straight into the first team. He looks like he's got the potential to be able to do that. And then coming in at centre-back, we have Jussi Barreto. He's here more for his potential, but he does also look very good in himself. Outgoing, Pilbro's gone to Juventus. Miguel's gone to Real Madrid for 24 million. Adley went to Monaco on a free transfer, which is very disappointing because he was phenomenal at the end of last season. And we're kind of hoping Franken can come in and take over from him. What we've got today for you is the European Super Cup. Let's have a quick look at the season preview for the Premier League. We are predicted to finish 4th, and we are 12-1 for the title. Manchester United strong favourite. Southampton, again, being made second favourites, despite the fact that they've finished 14th last year. Have they finally started to spend their tycoon money? 107 million, 140 million. They are starting to spend 222 million. So yeah, they are definitely starting to spend. And it'll be interesting to see if they can sort themselves out. Andrea Pirlo, the current manager there. But with that all said and done, let's go and see if we can win the European Super Cup. Our lineup for the Super Cup game, we've got Belgic in goal, a back four of Lopez, Bevis, Tippel and Johansson, Rice and Larin in midfield, Satriano, Nagel and Talignani in behind Tabakaru, who we're going to give a bit of a chance up front. Satriano as the shadow striker in the hopes that between them they'll kind of still get the goals. Maybe Tabakaru has been a bit hard done by in recent years. If we have a look at his stats, he's always played like just over 20 games. And if we look into it, 12 of them starting, 10 off the bench, 17 starting, 7 off the bench. I'll be interested to see if he can hold down that striker position. He's got 16 finishing, so he's got we're giving him the chance to do so. And hopefully he takes it, because otherwise we might be running a little bit low on players. Larin on the ball on the edge of the box, tries to get to Johansson, but easily intercepted. João Felix lays it off to Foden. Ozcan to Black, to Adeyemi on the right-hand side. Lays it back off to Black. Chance for a cross here. If he can get it in, he sends it in. And, oh my goodness, Bevis, what have you done? The amount of times Bevis misses his headers. He's caused us to go 1-0 down. And it's far too often that this happens. He's a massive person, and he just cannot time his headers cannot time his headers to save his life. Satriano plays the ball back to Rice, and then Bevis inside to Nagel. Larin out to Satriano. Lopez, low cross in. Tabakaru puts us back on level terms. Very good response, and Tabakaru responded to what I challenged him to before the game. Show that you can be the main man up front. And it's only 27 minutes into his time being the main man up front, he's got to prove that he might have it in him. Black with a throw-in for Manchester City. Ozcan sends it in low, but João Felix can't get to it before our defender. Rice plays it back to the keeper. That was a little bit dodgy. Lopez out to Larin, out to Satriano. Long ball to Tabakaru, who's well onside, one-on-one. No, and he's hit straight at the keeper. That's not too concerning, though, because how many times did Satriano do that last year? At halftime, it's 1-1, but we are largely controlling this game, which I'm quite happy to see. And hopefully, this is the side of things to come. If we can start to control games against teams like Manchester City, when we play the lower sides, we're going to have better chances of winning against them. And hopefully a better chance of winning the league. Johansson throws the ball into Rice. Lays it back off to Johansson. Out to Lopez on the right-hand side. Trying to find space for a cross. He sends one in. Talignani's collected it. And the keeper pulls out a wonderful save to deny Talignani. He probably put it a bit close to the keeper. Maybe made it a bit too easy for him. But Larin sends the corner in. Tipple's in there but doesn't win the header. Rice is brought down by Black on the edge. And it's a yellow card for Black. Talignani's starting to look tired, so it seems like a good time to bring on Azoma, who's returned to us on loan. Ruben Diaz on the ball at the back for Manchester City, plays it out to Black at right back. He runs into space down the right-hand side. And a good tackle from Rice, but it bounces back to Adeyemi, gets a shot off, gets a second shot off, and for goodness sake. That's such a ridiculous goal from FM. So Adeyemi gets a shot off. Belgic makes the save, but it falls straight back to Adeyemi, who hits it against... Oh, no, it's actually... Oh, no, yeah. Tipple then tries to control it and sends it into the back of the net anyway. Joseph throws the ball into Foden, and then back to Joseph. João Felix lays it off to Foden. Manchester City trying to pass their way through, but we have managed to nick it back. Rice to Lopez. Larin trying to make a bit of space here. Lopez falls backwards here. Switch out towards Tabakaru. Ruben Diaz has missed his header. Tabakaru one-on-one. Oh, he's put it over the bar. Well, you've got your chance. He's not taking it in the second half. We've now got Black with a throw-in. Sends it in. Tipple heads it away. Tabakaru collects it. Turns it back to Johansson. We've got Azoma making a run. He does use him eventually. Back to Rice, however. Probably should have played that ball through a little bit sooner, in my opinion. Bevis forward to Satriano. Forward to Tabakaru. Oh, he's put it wide. Oh, what are you doing to me? Ravella is going to come on for Larin in midfield. And we'll also send... Oh, what should we do? Maybe we'll send Kosa on for Satriano because he's got a bit of a knock. And I think we'll leave it there for now. Tipple on the ball at the back for us. Plays it forward to Kosa, inside to Tabakaru. Plays the ball through to Nagel. Lays it back off to Kosa. Maybe should have run with it. Sends it in. Azoma with the header. And it clips the bar. So we do unfortunately lose out in the Super Cup. I think what we'll do, we've got time. The lineup for the game against Huddersfield. We've got Belgic in goal. Wagner, Bevis, Tipple and Jimenez as the back four. Ravella and Azoma in midfield. Franken, Nagel and Talignani as the three in behind Tabakaru. And hopefully today, we're going to pick up a well-needed victory. Jimenez throws the ball into Franken. Nagel then lays it back. Tabakaru's in the middle, but doesn't win the header. McNeil on the ball here. Ravella gets a block on it. Nagel lays it off to Talignani and back to Bevis. And then we're going to work it back forward again. Nagel back to Tipple. Out to Bevis. And then brings it forward to Talignani. Wagner, lots of space in front of him, but Huddersfield just saw blue and white and called them Brighton. Ball through to Franken. Puts us 1-0 up on his debut. What a ball from Nagel. What a finish from Franken, who instantly makes an impact. Exactly what we wanted. This ball, when we get to it, is absolutely perfect. Franken with a perfect finish. What a start, 7 minutes in. McNeil with a free kick, but Belgic comes out to claim it out of the air. Just over half an hour on the clock at this stage. It's weird to me that when we play Brighton, we play in our blue kit. We play Huddersfield, who basically play in the same kit as Brighton. We play in our black kit. Ball out to Vranken on the left-hand side. Can he get it back in? He can towards Nagel, but doesn't quite get there. McNeil heads it away, only as far as Jimenez. Inside to Ravella, Vranken, and back to Ravella. Of course, just while we've got a little bit of a chance, we are one Champions League away from winning the series now. Wagner with a chance to cross. Inside to Tadignani. He's gone down. Looks like we're getting a penalty. So what will happen once we've won our third Champions League? Of course, basking in Bilbao will continue as expected. And we're going to look for what our next save will be. I haven't got much in mind at this stage. I'll be completely honest with you. Nagel steps up and puts it straight into the back of the net. Very nicely done. One of the options we've got is doing a little bit of like one season with a team to see what we can achieve. Like one season with West Ham, one season with, we'll pick a team, Lille. See if we can see what we can do with them after their league win. Things like that. We'll see what we can do. Just before halftime now, Jimenez plays the ball through to Vranken on the left-hand side. And between the two defenders, they manage to get it back. Tipple wins the header over Nagel. Lays it off to Talignani. Tabakaru back to Azoma. And the ball breaks nicely for Tabakaru. Oh my goodness, what a chance, and he's put it wide. It's 2-0 at halftime. Tabakaru has just missed a massive chance. And that is where that little bit of doubt is niggling of whether he's good enough to be our starting striker. Ravella sends a corner in. It's headed away by Churgoy. And then Thomas collects it for Huddersfield as they attempt to break away. Wagner does really well and gets a bit of a kick as he does so. Nagel to Vranken. Oh, he tried to find a brilliant ball through to Tabakaru, but the defender managed to head it back to the goalkeeper. Goes long. Bevis doesn't win the header. Thomas through to Scott one-on-one, and Alex Scott has got one back for Huddersfield. And again, I hate to say it, it's come down to a missed header from Bevis. It's happening far, far too often. He should be winning that header. Let's have a quick look. So Bevis is 6'5". Their striker Clark, let's have a quick look. If we look at him from here, right, he is 6'3". So it's a bit close to their thought. We should still be winning it. Lanzarote is going to come on for Tabakaru up front. And we're going to give De Bruyne a bit of time in place of Bevis. Now, final change. Franken's picked up a bit of a knock, so we're going to bring him off for Larin. Talignani sends a cross in. Doesn't manage to find Lanzarote. Wins the ball back, though. Azoma back to Talignani. And then Nagel. We've got Wagner in a lot of space on this right-hand side. Larin back to Ravella. Tries to play a ball over the top towards Jimenez, but it was a poor attempt. Lanzarote collects the clearance, though. Talignani lays it off to Wagner. Needs to get a cross in. Fails to do so. Eventually does, but it's blocked. And we get a corner. Can we get anything from the corner? It's going to be Ravella to send it in. He needs to find an Everton head here. He doesn't even beat the first man. De Bruyne collects it as it breaks away. Back to Ravella. Low cross in this time, and it's cleared away again. Lanzarote now breaking. We've got about 20 seconds left. Surely this is an end of game highlight. Please don't be a winning goal for Huddersfield. Robinson, one-on-one, Belgic with a fantastic save. And Robinson then hits the post. It wouldn't have been a winning goal. Ignore that bit. But Belgic coming up with a big save. We win 2-1. It wasn't the prettiest of games, but it's a win to start the season. And that is all we need. As long as we can pick up wins, we're in with a chance. And that is a fine way to start the season. I think what we'll do is we'll come back somewhere in the Champions League group stage. Maybe one of those games are going to fall right by this Merseyside derby, and we could come back for that. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like down below. Do you think we can win trophies this year? Ideally, I'd like to pick up the Premier League. If we win the third Champions League, that's absolutely fine too. I want to win something, preferably FA Cup, Premier League, or Champions League, or some combination of those. Not that fussed about the EFL Cup. If we get to like the quarterfinal, then we'll probably give it a real go, and then see what happens. But let me know what you think we can do. Like the video, if you have enjoyed the episode. Comment your prediction for the season and subscribe if you are enjoying the content. Thank you very much for watching.